So the question, I guess, was how do we see piracy evolve over the next 5 years? Well, I don't think you can ever stop piracy to begin with. And there's always going to be a certain segment of people that want to take stuff and want to pirate stuff. But that segment, luckily, is pretty small. What most people do want is they want convenience and easy access. And if they can get it for free, of course, more people will do that than not. But if something is easy enough, and this is, again, the big innovation around Spotify is not the fact that it was like, oh, it's this Hail Mary moment where something was really, really different. Innovation for me is taking two things that are already known and putting them together and creating something new. So the new thing with Spotify was basically imagine iTunes, but you put it in the cloud, and you put all the world's music behind it that you can access within half a second. So it feels like you have all the world's music in your iTunes library. That was the innovation with Spotify. So you're asking me how I think it will evolve. Well, I think there's a lot of media types that still haven't found the right service to match it. I think it's still obvious for me that, especially in Europe, where I'll give you one example. Game of Thrones, just recently, I read this article that says that Game of Thrones is the most pirated TV show ever. And in Europe, I can understand it because, and I have all my American friends when I'm in Europe talking about, oh, did you see the last episode, et cetera, et cetera. And it turns out, no, because it takes me 1 year before I can get it here. And that sucks. So I had to go through VPNs and, put it on my subscription account, and I have to have an actual Sling box, and I have to do many, many, many things in order to get it legally, where in all honesty, it could have taken me 3 minutes on Pirate Bay, and I got the same thing. So unless the video industry or movie industry or TV industry solves that problem, I think it's still going to exist. It might even become more rampant. I just think, again, this is something where eventually the business opportunity will become so big that they will have to change. I think, again, as a consumer, I want all the world's content to be readily available the moment they release it. I'm not going to accept in the future that it takes a year for a great TV show like Game of Thrones to make it over to Europe if I'm there. I'm not going to accept that it's, there's all this content that I want to access if I'm a German guy living in the US and I can't. And at the end of it, the way I think about it as a user is the fact that, hey, look, if I'm willing to pay for it, what's the argument against giving it to me? So I think we're going to head in that way, and hopefully if we do that, the reason for piracy will be less.